Street racing, street takeovers, extremely dangerous on our roads and sometimes even deadly. That's why two lawmakers have asked the legislature for more than $5 million to help the CHP crack down.
And one of those lawmakers is Assemblyman Vince Fong from Bakersfield, and he joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Now tell us what the money you've asked for would actually go towards.
Well, this is a bipartisan effort to curb dangerous street racing and sideshows that we've seen spike over the past few years. The $5 million that would go to dedicated staff for the sole purpose of enforcing legal sideshow laws so that we can begin to crack down on this dangerous and reckless behavior. And then we also are asking for $500,000 for the CHP to inform and educate the public and young drivers on the dangers of illegal activities like street takeovers.
So, Assemblyman Fong, how would your bill stop people from getting involved in these takeovers and racing? It seems like they happen so quickly, they all show up in one location, and before you know it, it's happening.
Well, a lot of these operations and reckless sideshows that happen are done through social media. So we are wanting the CHP to dedicate staff to monitor and prevent these sideshows from taking place. And then we have a lot of multi-agency sideshow enforcement operations that both the state and local law enforcement partners get together to respond as quickly as possible. Right now, the challenge is that our local law enforcement and the California Highway Patrol is spread very thin. So this added amount of resources would be a significant investment that would provide the Highway Patrol more tools to begin to crack down on this behavior.
But you know, so often these sideshows just last minutes. So how could officers actually get there fast enough to make a difference?
Well, a lot of it is getting the information. A lot of it is citing and arresting those that are participating. A lot of times, if you can get some information, either the make or model or the license plate, then they can begin to go after and either get the car or impound the car or issue citations. I was able to pass AB3 last year that began to crack down on those participating in street takeovers and sideshows. It's the first time that sideshows is defined in state statute and would allow a judge upon conviction to actually suspend someone's license for actively participating in sideshow. So we're trying to give local law enforcement and the tools needed. Right now we're trying to change the laws and increase the penalties, but now we have to provide the resources for the Highway Patrol and local law enforcement to begin to ramp up and patrol the streets.
And speaking of resources, the people who do seem to find out about these events, of course, find out, as you mentioned, on social media. So you're saying in this bill, what will happen to help curb that?
Well, the California Highway Patrol has a specific street racing task force that they have stood up. Mm-hmm. And part of those operations is to monitor social media activity and try to track down the planning of these takeovers. This is a problem that's not unique to just Los Angeles. It's in the Bay Area, it's in Fresno, it's in Bakersfield, it's in San Diego, it's throughout the state. So the numbers have skyrocketed over the past 5 or so years. And so part of it is social media. The use of social media has increased in the planning of these takeovers, but these are organized activities. And my message to the community is that this is dangerous and reckless, and these deaths, these tragedies, these accidents are completely preventable.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Assemblyman Fong, for all of the insight as you move forward with this.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks so much.